Here in Washington, the time has finally come. 100 days of the Barack Obama administration are now up. Good time to look at Obama by the numbers. Overall, for his last full week in office, up to the 100-day mark, his approval rating 65%, his disapproval rating 29%. Now, needless to say, the biggest division of all when we look at subgroups is party. Look at the huge gap here. Over 9 out of 10 Democrats approve of the job that Barack Obama is doing. Republicans, all the way down to just 28%. That 64% partisan gap is one of the bigger ones that we have seen in Gallup poll history. One of the reasons for that is that there are fewer Republicans now, our data show, and those that remain tend to be more conservative and therefore more likely to be negative about Barack Obama. Some of the other interesting breaks by demographic category, there is a gender gap, but it's actually smaller than we have seen even earlier in the Obama administration. Only a 5-point gap between females and males' approval of Obama. Women typically are more Democratic in orientation, and that's why they're giving Obama a little higher rating. But again, this isn't as high a gender gap as we have seen at previous points in history. When it comes to age, basically the older you are, the less likely you are to approve of the job Obama is doing. It's a 14-point gap when we look at the difference between our youngest 18 to 29-year-olds and those who are 65 and over. What about race? Well, this comes as no surprise. African Americans in this country are very Democratic, and of course with the first African American president in U.S. history, it's not surprising to find 96% of the blacks we interviewed say they approve of the job Barack Obama is doing. Almost as high among Hispanics, 85%, among whites, 57% approval rating for Barack Obama. Income in America today, basically the more income you have, the richer you are, the more likely you are to be Republican. And that's reflected in these data. You can see the gap between our highest and lowest income categories of 15 points. And there's the interesting marriage gap in American politics today for Americans who are not married, for whatever reason, single, living with a domestic partner, even divorced, even widowed. When you put all those together, 73% approval rating for Barack Obama. For married Americans who tend to be more Republican, his approval rating is 58%. That's a 15-point gap between those who are married and not married in approval for Barack Obama. There you have it, Barack Obama at the 100-day mark by the numbers. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup Poll.